Better Rebuild is a character many seem to like and enjoy but never give him full credit for his feats nor necessarily acknowledge him but his hammer Stormbreaker. Let's start with the fact that the name Stormbreaker was basically given to his hammer due to him beating the living crap out of Thor himself, which is an insult to Thor, as Thor wields Mjolnir, the mother storms, and beating the wielder of such and being able to wield it shows high levels of formidability, right? Better Rebuild is a mortal who was on a quest to save his people after their world got done dirty. He flies across Thor in his ship called Scuttlebutt as it bleeds. Thor in his ship named or called Scuttlebutt, right? Scuttlebutt, as it blitzes past Thor, as he wondered what could fly past him so fast that he had to increase his speed and catch up. Even prior to getting any arms, Better Rebuild in his mortal form can fight Thor to a standstill. And this is very impressive considering this Thor at this time in his life, while going all out, can survive fights, fighting both Mangog and Thanos and hundreds of other Marvel villains who have high altar to boundless scaling. Also know that from the beginning of Journey into Mystery and Thor Volume 1 till he became old, Thor generally has constant boundless scaling, as a young version of Thor before becoming worthy was already more powerful than the god pantheons, which range from alto to high alto plus on a peak scale. I mean, in him fighting and surviving his first unprepared or unknown or sneak attack from Gore, at a younger age, far younger than this actually, and that is very impressive. And also nearly stopping the god bomb or the time bomb, and his strength is very impressive when you make a child version comparison to Kid Loki, who is actually Loki as a child, and Kid Loki already scales above nearly every god in existence, and even worse, has insane origin and story manipulation hacks passively and willingly. But subscribe to find out how that works in my Loki video. And Kid Thor has his own feats like that and way worse. In this fight, it is necessary to know that Thor is very much holding back, which is something he does a lot. For example, as Better Rebuild turns into a version of Thor, he says he feels Thor's power on top of his. As much as this is praising Better Rebuild, it is also saying he hasn't felt power like Thor's, but whoever lifts Thor's hammer usually just feels aspects of such. But Better Rebuild was so powerful that he legit beat Thor in a fight for whom to claim Mjolnir, to the point he returned Thor unconscious. Yes, Better Rebuild would easily scale very high without amps. Better Rebuild also is an advanced warrior of his race who lived in the center of a galaxy, and they built their cities in the burning skies of the galaxy and danced in their sun. It is obvious the whole race isn't half bad, but Better Rebuild is a warrior but built on the levels of the gods. A new weapon was made for Better Rebuild, a weapon created beyond the 9 realms by a being who dwarfs the stars made it. I'll be thinking that is Surtur, but yeah, this weapon would be known as Stormbreaker, a weapon that rivals Mjolnir, if not stronger in terms of attack potency and durability. But Mjolnir is far more powerful, whereas a lot of the Odin force empowers the Stormbreaker. Mjolnir is powered by the god Tempest and the Odin force, which gives it such enchantment that only people that are skilled above the Threshold and to the mystery so far have easily gotten control of the hammer like HoenchoAnimation without being worthy of it. In their second fight, Better Rebuild and Thor fight more evenly after some time, which shows Better Rebuild really is strong. Now note that the fight Thor had with Mangog and Thanos' clone is far after this. Though Thor has the upper hand in the fight, but they are evenly matched. Also, Better Rebuild tanked a heavy attack from Thor, which destroyed the surrounding area. Better Ray Bill was able to fight a Herald of Galactus named Stardust, who is actually very powerful. Each Herald of Galactus is at least high 1A. He beat him across the solar system. His fights with Stardust shook the heavens and the fabric of the universe, but Better Ray Bill was stronger after one-shotting him. Stardust opened a portal to a hell where creatures there can end the universe, but this one being has power to take down both Stardust and Better Ray Bill. A being named Astaroth was going to feed on the planet, stars, solar system, galaxies, universes, the multiverses and megaverses to nothing, but so long as nothing existed, but so long as I'm concerned, that's just out of loss concerning local multiverse. Better Ray Bill, while weakened and going through a mental breakdown of losing his people, easily one-shot this being with the help of Stardust. Better Ray Bill also has a high level of hope that he can teach such through sheer combat, but worse, his hope and will to defeated a being far more powerful than creation itself, a being from a place where the very concept of hope cannot exist and prevail, outcast from the race of an avatar of the one above all who has taken shape as such beings. Better Ray Bill, while being armed by hope, fought a weaker Astaroth who could wield Surtur's broken blade, which still definitely can cause creation level threats, and Better Ray Bill broke the rest and called it an equal. And he was called an equal. Better Ray Bill can go toe to toe with Surtur, so he can wield the Twilight Sword, which he has been able to break a part of it in the previous iteration of Eternity, as Ragnarok took place and creation had ended. Despite Surtur having the upper hand, which is expected, despite all this time, the power of Thor within Better Ray Bill and the power of Odin force in his hammer hasn't gotten any stronger, because that's the power he was given. It isn't an impressive transformation, so it can't get armed unless Thor or Odin requires such to happen. This is just further proof, like I have said before, Thor at a much younger age had already been creation tier severally. I can't even start to count. To prove how much more Thor is above his younger version in place of Better Ray Bill, who started losing to Thor high div and low div, as I did mention earlier, as Thor got older and more powerful. As of now, the gap is so immense that Thor literally flings Better Ray Bill in volume 6 into a planet within the god realms, and it nearly destroyed. Better Ray Bill did draw blood from Thor because Thor was holding back, and the moment he stopped, he destroyed Stormbreaker, which is actually as strong as Mjolnir. Actually, nothing as close as strong as Mjolnir if you read the ending of volume 6. That's because Thor has gotten more powerful, and I do think the hammer, the god Tempest as a whole got more powerful. Maybe not strong, maybe let's just give it a benefit of that, the strongest Mjolnir, which seems fair enough, but Better Ray Bill himself is still on the level of a young Avengers Thor, who rightfully is weaker than Surtur, who could kill a younger but far older version of Odin compared to when he interacted with the god Tempest at different ages. He could fight and win it when he was young, but he was struggling with Jane while far older and had to leave the throne for Thor, which is about right. Odin's physical body ages, but his power as the Odin force is forever insanely powerful. And also, I firmly believe this Surtur is weaker than the Surtur who Odin fought, but I also do think the Twilight has an amp it gives Surtur, just like Thor and Better Ray Bill. It is also fun to know that as all this scaling is very correct, to further support my claims, the first war of the realms to happen towards the end of Journey into Mystery, Thor was able to fight Surtur and win while Surtur was in his realm and had the Twilight Blade. I mean, Thor used the shadow of the Twilight Blade, but he was still able to damage Surtur before he did that, so end the fight quickly. Better Ray Bill gets help from Scuttlebutt, who killed Surtur, and he took the Twilight, not killed, but like made him drop on the floor, and he took the Twilight Blade, making him a threat to creation itself, even on a far higher scale now. I'll say he should scale to Avengers Thor around his middle age. Maybe Thor who fought on Bor. Tune in for my Bor video, which is coming very soon. Yeah, but it is also important to know that Surtur created this sword which can kill him, and to finally see how strong current Thor is, or despite getting folded by the God Tempest, better rebuild. Doctor Strange and the Avengers try fighting it and all got one shot. Better rebuild wielding the blade, the Twilight Blade, and well, Doctor Strange is Doctor Strange. That's basically it for better rebuild. His skills to the multiverse and a bit above. He still solos a lot of your verses and hero groups at once. Also, his durability skills to his AP, which correlates with the existence speed, is clearly infinite levels within the relevant range. He is smart as well. Anyways, if you found this video informative, then like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Peace.